Beware, you dizzy bitches that sneer. I'm giving out all calls, making truth clear. Holy Spirit, Spirit, divine ancestors. So today I just wanted to really just talk about my experience with gnosis. I'm gonna wait till they have a couple of people inside of the chat room or whatever like that before I just start rambling on. I'm gonna do a reading in the meantime too. It's gonna be a general reading. Take what resonates and leave what does not. First card out is the King of Swords with the Knight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Let me see what else I have here with this good old fashion King of Swords. It's a red too. Like the King of Swords is a red card. So this person doesn't necessarily have to be, or you don't have to be an air sign. You could possibly be a fire sign or a water sign, but you're operating from your crown chakra. Or confirmation, because I just had a ringing in my right ear. I feel like this is you collective. You operating from your crown chakra. You're not operating from your heart chakra. You possibly must have did like a transition from breaking your neck for people to keep the peace with compassion and love to indifference. It's like giving me grace phone, no longer investing in something. So you had saw something, you saw the truth of the nature of something, possibly on an emotional or spiritual level, that caused you to take your claws out of investment. You know, I'm talking about the tiller claws, not the claws like your hand claws, because I'm not calling you a demon. I'm just saying you took your hand out of this investment that you was given to somebody that you thought was a divine feminine energy. These cards flying out. Two of mine. You have to look into it. Like you was given energies of, I don't want to believe it. Not her. Or not him. Take it out resonates. Like you was really hard up trying to savor this connection. I'm about to be talking about gnosis in a second, y'all, but I just wanted to do this reading until they had a couple of people come inside of the live. Okay. But what is given is somebody was definitely just trying to pass the time with this connection on you. Let me clarify before I speak on it, because the Five of Cups is here. Okay, this is a miserable person. Six of Wands. Somebody who saw a benefit of being around you. It's giving me like a social media scammer. It's giving me energies of a person who uses a lot of cover. Okay. When I say cover, like you know how you put the filters on in order to hide your face and stuff like that. This person is also burdened with something. This person possibly have. Thank y'all for joining the live, by the way. I'm still working on breaking out of that isolation, okay? Because I'm used to talking to myself. So when y'all feel like I'm not engaging, please do leave a comment and correct me. Let me know, because I want to engage with y'all even more. So I don't want y'all to feel like I'm talking at y'all no more. Because at first I was talking at y'all because, you know, I was coming from a place of I just wanted to help and I didn't know how to help. So I helped the best way I could. But now that I have more experience, I wanted to definitely let my audience know and my collective know and my people who've been following me since Jack and Jill know that I'm a real person, okay? And I want to interact with y'all more. I want to be able to show y'all how much I appreciate y'all. the best I can without going beyond my boundaries. Okay, we have the sun with the Eight of Cups. Okay, so with this energy here, I need to see a like if you're going to ask me questions like that. At least like the live. What I'm seeing here is leaving, moving on from this toxic situation from someone who was a narcissist. This is definitely someone who lacks empathy. The empathy to connect authentically or genuinely with others where they're at. And this person will mirror you or did mirror you. Hello, welcome to the live. This person did mirror you, and it causes like a gaslighting effect. It almost distorts reality because this person is performing just to keep you satisfied. You know, and that's what makes it hard when dealing with people like this. These individuals be like the people that you watch on TV. They be actors in real life. And this is not something I'm just saying to be funny. I'm saying this because from my own personal experience that I'm going to get into. Hello, welcome to the live. I had to see that personally. People can actually act in real life just so that they are able to one up you or use you opportunistically. Okay, this person definitely saw an opportunity and wanted you to invest in them, and you turned them down or you rejected them. This could have possibly been something involving business or relationship. And then we have, look, the Lovers, and we have the Queen of Swords, and the King of Swords is already out here. So this is definitely giving like interpersonal relationship. Okay. The avoidant is coming in. Someone who has avoidant behaviors. Okay, someone who doesn't like to take accountability for their behaviors when it's brought up as an issue. Okay, and with this energy, I feel like you have the ability to communicate how you feel. This individual in particular does not. I don't know how you met this person, collective. If this is your reading, you know this is definitely going to resonate with you somewhere. Okay. You definitely was struggling financially or with your schedule. You possibly was having issues with time conflicting with priorities and non-priorities, not being able to get all your errands taken care of. This person definitely gives procrastinator energy here. You're protecting your energy even if you're in close proximity is what I'm seeing with this individual. This person is mirroring you. Your phone possibly was mirrored. Confirmation with that. Your phone probably is being mirrored. Okay, Two of Cups. So that confirms, more so confirms, I'm going to be doing a live after this reading. I'm just waiting until I get a decent amount of people in the live. Okay. I'm going to be talking about gnosis. It says Eight of Pentacles. This person was really trying to come up off of you. Wow. This person was really coming up off of you, and you're probably going to be getting word of how this individual was making these ulterior maneuvers. Wow. Without you knowing. And it's going to be the reason why you walk away from this individual. Confirmation with the Six of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Hey, welcome to the live, Rosalinda. Wow. You're definitely not operating from your heart energies with this individual. You're definitely more passionately driven to execute what it is that gives you back your independence and it gives you back your peace of mind. Okay? Okay, y'all. So if y'all haven't gotten away from this individual, you're getting away from this individual. I feel like you are allowing your Holy Spirit to guide you out of the situation with them so that you don't feel resentful, remorseful, or regretful for any decisions that you choose to make in your process of evacuation of the environment. Okay? With Ten of Cups here, for your wish fulfillment, so you can actually be back inside of your feminine energy, your soft girl era. And if this is a masculine, your ability to just let your dreads down is how I put it. Okay? It goes from the Eight of Pentacles, no, it goes from the Eight of Cups to the Eight of Pentacles, that's 88. Plus the Two of Cups, that's 9. Okay? Plus the threes, that's 12. So we got 33, 43, 7. Okay? Those numbers might be significant. 97, 93, 94, 95. We have 7 of swords because, you know, this card, the 7 of swords, it comes out, but I know it's because these individuals were shapeshifters and they were only performing so that you would be able to look at them with eyes of mercy, okay? And these individuals don't understand your capacity for strategy, okay? Your ability to navigate difficult situations and still hold individuals accountable for their behaviors with love, okay? And I feel like that achievement pushed you forward with the Chariot here coming out and the Page of Cups, you being the innocent Samaritan in this reading, collective. Okay? Eight of Wands. You're going to be hearing back something about how you close the cycle on someone's karmic projection. It's giving me projection energy. This could have definitely been a baby's mother, or it could have possibly been someone some masculine energy who has like a feminine nurturing nature. if that makes sense. Okay, but it's giving me like covert because it's like identity theft. Like this individual just wears the mask of their mother, and when they're around you, they mirror back what you present or what you look like to them, as opposed to their character aligning with the projection of who they assume you would prefer in your ambiance. Okay, and there's justice. You escape some type of manipulation. You escape some type of gaslighting plot, which was really sent to delay you in your journey. You could be healing psychologically, physically, financially, romantically, energetically, spiritually, you know, and these individuals will come and they will distract you because of your compassionate nature, okay? And that's why you're operating from logic right now. You don't want to have all of these individuals come around you not to aid you and help you. Thank y'all for joining the live. Please like, y'all don't have to share and subscribe, but just please like. These individuals come in and try to be everything you need them to be. It's like giving me a homosexual or like a not even just a homosexual. It's just like a covert Machiavellian. Someone who just finds sadistic pleasure in seeing someone want something and not giving it to them. Seeing that someone would like something, dangling like a carrot over your nose, trying to provoke you into binding or allowing a binding to this energy that's operating from this low vibrational, squeamish sewer maiden, okay? Or sewer maid, whatever you want to call it. It could be a he or a she, take it however it resonates. But this person is very low vibrational. This person does not have I'm not going to say this person doesn't have a soul, but this person definitely is not connected to their soul. This person operates from the flesh, okay? Definitely very promiscuous. You know, you possibly looked at this person as someone that had a charming appeal with them. And that glamour magic is starting to wear off because you're starting to smell the funk in their behavior. Okay? You know, charm don't really last. Thank you for the light. Charm doesn't really last too long when it comes down to smelling the devil. Okay? Especially for somebody who has high standards. You know, if you are Empress energy, you have high standards. People don't have to judge you correctly because you are very self-validated. You really take care of business. You install with one call and that's all when it comes down to good favor from God. Okay? The Most High. Confirmation with the Four of Wands here. And you're still healing though, because you didn't expect to have to go through this cyclical loop with this same energy trying to tap dance back into your life. Okay? I feel like that's really the part that makes you more upset than the tragic display that this person is trying to bind themselves with you with, like trying to trigger, I'm gonna say a trauma bond and a karmic bond. Okay, you see past the charm though. This person probably is ashamed or has been humiliated in public or is afraid to be humiliated in public, because I'm looking at a brown paper bag. I'm looking at a brown paper bag. So this person probably feels like a dunce, a fool. This person, these people, this energy, I'm going to say this energy because this energy is following you through low vibrational people. Okay? And high vibrational people don't do, too much hanging out. It's what I have experienced. Okay? Three of Swords. It's doubling down on this energy collective where you weren't able to be gaslit. You weren't able to give any tweaking to your reality or perception. These people are trying to play with your perception. Once somebody tweak with your perception and you lost it, it's gone. You gotta find it again. Okay? And that's what causes a lot of psychosis and a lot of spiritual afflictions mentally. And it also causes cognitive dissonance, okay, where what you believe to be true is abruptly pulled from you. Like, say, for instance, a child with a blanket. I keep using this analogy. You spoil a child with a blanket or a teddy bear, you take it from them, and they start crying. Okay? That's that energy. Somebody was watching you for a financial come up, possibly. I'm seeing somebody possibly was watching you undergo something towards something beneficial financially, health wise, spiritually, but it's definitely rooted from an inheritance. Like, this could even be like a spiritual inheritance, or seeing your messages, or someone possibly in this energy is held up by the fact that your messages are so accurate. Confirmation. With the Hangman here, you're changing someone's perception or changing someone's ideology. Okay? These people possibly wanted to do that with you, like on some reverse discard type of manipulation, just so that way they felt justified in the purpose or the reason why y'all stopped having y'all connection or your relationship. But you peeped the game. You didn't react to it. You just allowed it to roll off. So the office was closed. I couldn't get the laundry stinking to use the office was closed today for training. And so I couldn't get the laundry thing to load the stuff into the washer, but I'm gonna do it tomorrow when they open. Okay? Okay, so we have the Ace of Cups here. This new inheritance is definitely giving me energies of something that really brings us a good feeling back to you. I was just reading the 23rd Psalms and it was saying something about restoreth my soul. Okay. I feel like you're being replenished because whoever these individuals were or this individual was, you feel depleted by them. This individual depleted you. Okay, collective. And you did right. I feel like this is your confirmation message. You did right to hold your boundaries strong. And I feel like it was difficult for you. I feel like you don't like having to apply boundaries. You don't like having to navigate feeling like you're micromanaging anyone, right? And that causes discontent within you more so than the person. And because, you were dealing with this for so long, I feel like it really depleted you or it possibly drained you to a point where you physically were starting to feel the effects of these individuals messing with your peace. Okay? I think I'm going to go ahead and start talking about gnosis and my experience with gnosis. So what is gnosis? From my experience, I feel like it is just like a direct connection with source, or you can say the Most High. And I had just recently came across the term, probably about a good 7 months ago now, right? And it is a text that you can basically relate to the Bible because it came out before the Bible, but it's also a transcript about Jesus. So that's why I said you can relate it to the Bible. And what the original text that were copied and published as the Holy Bible. This is the original Bible. Study. I'm not going to say Bible. Study. Because it's a science book more than anything. Just like the Bible, in my opinion. I consider it a science book because you can actually experiment with a lot of the topics of discussion in there. And when you apply logic with illogical, abstract thinking, you're able to use your visionary aspects for those of you who that are visionaries to see what what's being shown to you. Because it's a whole different energy. Like, I knew I had the sacred site, like, of a seer before I knew about gnosis. And I just feel like when it comes down to my experience, that's why I always be talking about myself a lot. Because I have to, in order for my experiences to be notated, during my spiritual awakening journey, the thing that triggered it was a narcissistic relationship. When I was young, because it's a lifelong thing, it's a lifelong study from everything I can remember. When I was younger, this is my journey of gnosis. When I was younger, I was, abandoned. I was left at school. And that was really supposed to trigger something. Okay? It was supposed to trigger like a defeat. It was supposed to trigger, like, in a normal person, depression. And I had hope. I had faith. These are some of the things, characteristics that I was already carrying. I would think positive about situations involving them coming to get me every month. But, no one ever came. But all of this is significant because it was the wisdom and the healing. I still left it out there in the sun. Yeah, the shirt was fine. I felt it. It felt dry. But I was going to go ahead on and just throw it in the washing machine anyways. Just cause, so it could smell like something. But so where was I? I had got abandoned, and that's where my journey began because I didn't have that parental guidance. I didn't have physical parents, so I was like the child that was like, "You're not my mom. You're not my dad. You know, don't tell me what to do. You know, etc. So on and so forth." And that helped save some of those circuits up there from frying out. Being told to do things that I wasn't initially told to do. They were right though. And I will always find myself drifting off in daydreams often, or I would fall asleep often, you know, growing up. And I never really studied for that. Um, and you know, that's considered the gift of clear cognizance, just like clear knowing. I just knew, like, one time I would see it and I just got it. I wouldn't be able to show my work exactly, but I would be able to give you the answer. And I wouldn't have to cheat. In the process of me going through the abandonment phase in childhood and not having that parental figures present, you know, and me being my own adult, right? Very scientific mind. I was paying attention to like the patterns in my treatment from others and the patterns from the outcome of situations. It's like an example. I go to the store. I run across somebody who just so happens to be cool, and they're like, you know, holding conversation with me, and they're talking about, yeah, I'm about to get this bottle of Hennessy. You want to come to this yacht party, or you want to come to this studio party, or do you want to come to XYZ such and such and so and so? And then I would just be like in random situations like that. But it came from me being alone though, you know, but I'll be able to see the patterns in what's going on around me, and everything made sense. Everything made, can y'all hear me? Audio check. Audio check. Can you hear me?